If you're a homeowner, DIYer, or tradesperson that uses screws, this kind of screw, or this kind of screw, or this kind of screw, to fasten into wood, softwoods, hardwoods, plywoods, drywoods, wetwoods, you're gonna want this tip we're about to share with you. It's little known. Here's the deal though. If you use these screws to fasten drywall, you're gonna wanna you could scroll. But for everybody else, this one tip might save your entire job and tens, if not possibly, depending on the level of work you do, hundreds of thousands of dollars for you. Stay tuned, we're gonna share it with you. Guess what? It's gonna be an inexpensive tip you're not gonna wanna miss. For anybody that has worked with screws, whether it be finished screws, drywall screws, wood screws, has driven them and then removed them and touched them with their fingers and gone, ah, my God, these are hot. You will know that the reason for the heat in the screw after you remove it is because there's a tremendous amount of friction as you're driving or removing this screw into this media. And here's the thing, the denser the material, like hardwoods, this happens to be maple, painted to look like cherry. This is not indeed cherry, but cherry's very hard. The denser the wood, the more friction's caused because those harder woods can't get out of the way of the fastener. As you're driving these screws, you want them to do their job, you want them to hold the material, but you don't want so much friction that you could experience cam out of your fastener and possibly damage your material. To illustrate how much friction and heat is caused by driving this fastener into this hardwood, potentially causing cam out and snapping of this fastener, we're gonna drill a pilot hole into this cherry. We're gonna drive our fastener in, we're gonna pull it out, and we're gonna give you an idea of how hot this fastener really is. Did you hear that sizzle? That's how much heat and friction is caused just from setting this screw. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. To eliminate that stressing of the fastener and help lubricate it, you should use something like water. The problem is, dip the fastener into the bowl of water and you will actually see, as you get close, that water is gonna boil right off. Number one, keeping a bowl of water on the job near you as you're doing installation, I guess you could do that. As a younger man, I found myself doing something that was easier, faster, and was always available to me. I would find myself doing this. And I do not suggest this at all. I would pre-drill my hole, and then to lubricate the fastener, I found myself spitting or putting saliva onto the fastener. Now, quite frankly, I'm not going to stick this fastener in my mouth. I don't suggest you do that either. But hey, some of us old timers still use that technique. Leave it down in the comment section below. Here's the problem. Metal can cause sores in your mouth, causing all kinds of problems that you don't want. I think they used to call it trench mouth. I could be wrong. Okay, so I've stopped doing that. I know what some of you are thinking. Well, then what do you use that's not a bowl of water to lubricate this fastener? Do you use something like this multi-purpose oil? And we could do that, and it'll be well lubricated. I feel like the water might have done a better job than the oil. And the problem with the oil is that it's going to get onto your workpiece. It's going to possibly discolor the material, stain. I do not suggest using any type of oil to lubricate your fasteners to help with aiding in setting them. And although engineered fasteners like this help to mitigate certain issues like undersizing and reducing friction because of its driller style head, they could still use all the help they can get. A tremendous amount of heat is still generated, plus the fastener itself still wants to cam out. And a way to help this is to, obviously, pre-drill to the proper size, but to add some type of lubrication. And I know a lot of you are asking, hey, what's convenient, that's not messy, that's gonna help me? You're never gonna believe what it is. Best part is this lubricant doesn't have to be purchased at a hardware store per se. You can find it almost anywhere, maybe even your kitchen. Another great part about it is, in the manner that I'm going to present it to you, it's going to be neat, tidy, won't make a mess. You're gonna be able to put it in your toolbox or tool bag, and it smells great too. It's a bar of soap. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna put some of that soap onto our threads. It's gonna help lubricate our fastener. It smells good. The best part is that if you did get some of that soap onto your material, it's just soap. All you'd have to do is get some water and clean your soap off. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking, does this really work? Well, let's see if it actually does reduce the friction. We're gonna drill a couple pilot holes here. And we're gonna drive our fastener. We're gonna set our clutch to 0. We'll see how far we can set this fastener with no lubrication. Okay, our clutch kicked in. Let's try it again with some lubrication on our fastener. So you can see, just applying some soap, inexpensive soap, is going to allow you to drive your fasteners cooler, faster, with less resistance. You're gonna have less of a chance of camming out, of snapping a fastener, maybe even splitting wood. This is dry. Wow. With soap. You'll see, set on 0 with lubricant. We're gonna show you the reduction in friction by illustrating the reduction in temperature. We're approaching over 100 degrees. We'll do that again. We're gonna try it with a little lubrication. We can see here, by simply using that lubricant, we're well below 90 degrees. Also, if you're carrying some soap with you, you'll be able to wash up after a long day on the job before you go home to your significant other. Your jobs are gonna get done more effectively, more efficiently, meaning you're gonna earn more money. Plus, before you go home to your loved ones, you'll smell like roses. And if you like smelling like roses, then smash the like button. It's free for you to do. Also, leave it down below. Did you know about this cool little trick? Have you been using it? For how long? I want to know who passed this down to you. Your grandpappy, your grandpa's grandpappy, your dad, your mom, your sister, your brother. Who taught you about using soap? We want to know. With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you all on the next one. Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy, and you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here. See you later.